We are counting down the 10 most powerful predators ever to stalk Earth's land and seas. From masters of brute force and chemical weaponry to creatures whose teamwork or intelligence rewrote the rules of hunting, each entry earns its place through explosive strength, deadly strategy, sheer dominance, or unmatched killing ability. Which predator stands alone at number 1? Let us begin, starting with number 10. Hidden beneath the surface of Amazon floodwaters, the green anaconda waits. Adult females can reach over 5 meters in length and weigh more than 90 kilograms, making them the heaviest snakes alive. They strike with sudden force, anchoring prey with recurved teeth before looping massive coils around the chest. Each tightening crushes vessels and stops blood flow, causing rapid circulatory collapse. Death comes in minutes, not by suffocation, but by shutting down the heart and brain. Capybaras and caimans, some nearly as heavy as the snake itself, fall to this silent ambush. In these flooded forests, pure muscular power rules the hunt. On the islands of Indonesia, the Komodo dragon reigns as a master of biochemical warfare. Males can reach lengths of 2 to 3 meters and weigh up to 90 kilograms. When a dragon bites, its serrated teeth open deep wounds, but the true weapon lies in its venom. Modern research shows this venom contains toxins that lower blood pressure and prevent blood from clotting, causing rapid shock and unstoppable bleeding. Prey that escapes the initial attack rarely gets far. Dragons use their keen sense of smell to track the trail of blood until collapse. Once the victim falls, multiple dragons converge, feeding communally. This lethal chemistry, not slow infection, defines their power. Yet their dominance is limited to a handful of islands, keeping them at number 9 on our list. A great white shark waits in the blue shadow beneath a seal colony. With a sudden burst, it accelerates upward, reaching speeds close to 40 kilometers per hour, faster than any other marine predator its size. Electroreceptors in its snout sense the faintest muscle twitches above, guiding the timing of its attack with surgical precision. In a split second, the shark breaches from below, launching its entire body out of the water and catching its prey in a single, devastating strike. These ambushes are so effective that great whites control coastal hotspots where seals gather, shaping the behavior and numbers of their prey. Yet this solitary hunter's power lies in raw speed and perfect timing, not teamwork, making it the 8th most powerful predator on our list. A male polar bear weighing more than 400 kilograms moves across the frozen Arctic in search of seals. Unlike predators that rely on bursts of speed, the polar bear's greatest weapon is endurance. Telemetry studies have recorded individuals swimming over 100 kilometers through icy waters when sea ice retreats, driven by hunger and the relentless need to find prey. On the ice, patience defines the hunt. A bear may wait motionless for hours at a single breathing hole, poised to strike the instant a seal surfaces. This strategy demands both size and stamina, allowing polar bears to dominate the top of the Arctic food chain. Yet, as the climate warms and sea ice disappears, these hunters are forced closer to human settlements, leading to more frequent and sometimes deadly encounters. The polar bear's power remains unmatched in its realm, but its future is tied to a vanishing landscape. Deep in the forests of the Russian Far East, the Siberian tiger stands alone as the largest and most powerful big cat on Earth. Adult males can weigh anywhere from 180 to 300 kilograms and control territories spanning hundreds of square kilometers. Unlike other top predators, the Siberian tiger hunts without backup, relying on stealth and overwhelming force to bring down prey as large as adult moose. These animals can match or even exceed the tiger's own weight. The solitary tiger shows remarkable persistence. Forensic records from Primorye tell of a wounded tiger that tracked a poacher for kilometers, then waited at his cabin for hours before delivering a fatal attack, a stark example of memory and lethal intent. Only about 500 to 600 of these tigers remain in the wild, their dominance undisputed within their shrinking forests, but always shadowed by the threat of human conflict. A pride of lions moves through the tall grass, muscles tensed and eyes fixed on a herd of wildebeest. In the Serengeti and Masai Mara, these social hunters rely on numbers. A typical pride includes 3 to 12 females and up to 4 males, each weighing between 150 and 250 kilograms. When the hunt begins, lionesses fan out to flank their prey, coordinating silent ambushes that can bring down animals several times their own weight. Group hunting raises their kill success to around 20 to 30%, far higher than the odds faced by a lone lion. The marsh pride of the Masai Mara has shown how explosive strength, multiplied by teamwork, lets lions tackle even buffalo. But this power comes at a cost. Competition with hyenas, conflict at the edges of protected land, and the constant threat of retaliation from people defending livestock. Despite their dominance, African lions are now listed as vulnerable, their future tied to the fate of the savannah itself. A full-grown grizzly bear stands over a carcass, muscles rippling beneath its thick fur. Males can weigh between 270 and 360 kilograms, and their bite force has been estimated at more than 1,100 pounds per square inch, enough to crack open the leg bones of elk and moose with ease. With massive forelimbs and claws, grizzlies roll logs and boulders aside, claiming whatever food lies beneath. But their influence goes far beyond brute strength. Along salmon streams in Alaska and Western Canada, grizzlies drag fish carcasses deep into the forest, scattering nutrients from the sea into the soil. This annual transfer feeds trees and wildflowers, linking river and woodland in a cycle of renewal. As omnivores, grizzlies shape entire ecosystems, dominating both prey and scavengers at a kill. Their raw force and ecological reach secure their place among the most powerful predators on land. At the muddy edge of a tidal river, a male saltwater crocodile lies nearly invisible, only eyes and nostrils above the surface. When prey approaches, the attack is instant, an eruption of muscle as jaws close with a force measured at 3,700 pounds per square inch, the highest bite pressure ever confirmed in a living animal. This figure, recorded by Gregory Erickson's team in 2012 using a custom bite force transducer, dwarfs the crushing power of any land predator. Once the jaws clamp down, escape is nearly impossible. The crocodile's signature move follows, a full-body death roll that spins its massive frame with enough torque to tear limbs or drown animals weighing several hundred kilograms. This maneuver, unique among large reptiles, turns a single bite into a devastating finish. Ranging from India to northern Australia, saltwater crocodiles dominate estuaries and coastal wetlands, controlling access to water for fish, buffalo, and even people. Their mechanical killing power, unmatched in the natural world, secures their place among the top predators. In the open ocean, orcas command a level of power that goes beyond muscle and teeth. These predators are born into tight-knit pods, each one shaped by traditions passed down through generations. In Antarctic waters, families of orcas approach ice floes carrying seals. With perfect synchronization, they surge forward, building a wave that crashes over the ice, sweeping their prey into the sea. This wave-washing technique is not instinct. It is a learned skill, practiced by calves under the watchful eyes of older whales. In the fjords of Norway, other pods encircle herring, driving the fish into dense balls before stunning them with tail slaps in a display called carousel feeding. Each pod specializes, developing unique hunting methods and even distinct vocal dialects. In 1997, near the Farallon Islands, a female orca killed a great white shark, targeting its liver with surgical precision. Tagged sharks fled the region for months, proof that orcas can reshape entire marine ecosystems. Pollution and declining prey now threaten some populations, but nowhere else in the animal kingdom does social learning and teamwork amplify power so completely. Intelligence and culture make orcas the ocean's true apex predators, second only to one. No other predator has reshaped the living world like Homo sapiens. With a population nearing 8 billion, humans have extended their reach to every continent, every ocean, and nearly every ecosystem. Physical strength is not the source of this dominance. Human bite force barely matches that of a large dog, and most people would stand no chance against the animals lower on this list. But intelligence, language, and the capacity for complex technology have transformed the rules of predation. Industrial fishing fleets pull tens of millions of tons of marine life from the oceans each year, far surpassing the kill rates of any natural marine predator. Forests and grasslands have been cleared, converted, or fenced, driving large carnivores and wild herbivores into fragments of their former ranges. According to an analysis from 2018 by Baron and colleagues, the combined biomass of humans and our livestock outweighs all wild mammals on Earth by a factor of at least 15. Cattle, pigs, and sheep now fill the ecological space once held by bison, elephants, and antelope. Wild mammals, including lions, tigers, and bears, make up less than 5% of the total mammal biomass. This is not just a story of dominance, but of responsibility. Human predatory power is measured not in muscle or tooth, but in the ability to alter food webs, collapse fisheries, and drive extinctions from afar. With technology, humans have become the only species capable of acting as a planetary predator, one whose choices will decide the fate of every other powerful hunter on this list. The final measure of power is not just what can be taken, but what will be left behind. Across all 10 predators, one pattern stands out. Power is never just brute force. The true apex hunters combine strength, intelligence, and strategy in ways that reshape entire ecosystems. In nature, dominance belongs to those who adapt, coordinate, and outthink. Predatory power is evolution's ultimate test.